focus. Your career today has spanned journalism, the law, writing, banking, internet service provision and politics. One of those careers is enough for most people. Could you not make up your mind, or...?
Maybe I just got bored quickly. No, I've done lots of different things, and I think that's fantastic. I think it's, I'm really glad that I had a number of different careers. They've all been connected, of course, but I think you know, often you've got to remember that 20 years of experience might be 1 year of experience 20 times over. So it's good to do different things. That's why politics is good, because you're always doing different jobs. Journalism is fantastic because every day is a new story. The law, as an advocate, particularly as a lawyer, it was very variable because we always had new cases to do. Business was pretty variable too. So I like variety. I love nothing more than doing something new. I'm very curious, and I'm always intrigued by novelty. So the idea of a new challenge or a new place to go or a new problem to solve always excites me.
What's your proudest achievement?
My proudest achievement, which is a joint achievement, is my children. And I've been really fortunate to have a wonderful wife, a wonderful partner in my life. We're married for 35 years now, and together for nearly 37, so quite a long time. And we've got 2 great kids, one grandchild, another one on the way. And so it's my family is my greatest achievement. But it's one, obviously, I share with Lucy and with the kids too, because they're all part of it, so joint effort.
Who is your hero?
My hero is undoubtedly my father. My father was not a captain of industry, he wasn't a university professor, he was left school at the intermediate. He was a very smart, very highly intelligent man, but grew up in the Depression and so forth. And he was a very charismatic guy, very loving, but he had enormous discipline in terms of the way he controlled himself to support me. And I'll just tell you a story. My mother left us, started leaving us when I was about 8 and was gone by the time I was 9. And so Dad, and it was tough. We were living in a flat in Sydney, which basically she owned or owned most of, and that was sold, and so we had nowhere to live. We ended up renting a place, and things were pretty tough actually for quite a few years, and Bruce didn't have much money. And he had every reason to be very resentful of my mum. And as you know, in divorce, parents normally slag each other off. He was amazing. He never said a bad word about my mum. He told me that she was the most wonderful mother in the world. She loved me more than any mother had ever loved a little boy. And he did everything he could to ensure that we retained a very close relationship. And he succeeded, notwithstanding that she moved first to New Zealand and then to America. And he made sure that we exchanged audio cassettes, tapes, and all that sort of stuff, the technology of the day. And I thought it shows such enormous character. So he was very, very loyal, and while he was, as I discovered after both my parents died and I read their correspondence to each other, you can see that there was quite a lot of anger and resentment, as you would expect. But he just put that all to one side, and he was focused on the main game. So what were the values he imparted to me? It's the primacy of love. Love is the most important thing. Don't let negative feelings, don't let hatred confuse your vision, don't let it gnaw away at you. Focus on love, that's the main thing. Focus on loyalty. So what was his commitment? His commitment was to me, his son. He wanted me to do well, he wanted me to have a good relationship with my mother, and he was not going to indulge himself by expressing the obvious unhappiness that he had with me. So he's my hero. He always has been, he always will be.
What single philosophy do you live by?
As I was just saying, I think the most important thing I've learned in my life is to drive negative feelings, drive hatred out of yourself. Now this sounds rather moralistic, the sort of thing a clergyman might say, but it's actually very practical. Hatred, filling yourself with hatred is as stupid as filling yourself with cigarette smoke. It's just bad for you, bad for your health, it gnaws away at you. Hatred corrodes the hater much more than it hurts the hater. So I don't bear grudges, I don't hate people, I'm not negative about people. And I've learnt that over the years, that is the way to stay happy. I mean, what do we all want? We all want to be happy. We want to be happy, healthy and hopefully wise. And one way to do that is to be very positive. And don't let yourself get filled with bitterness. A lot of people in politics do, because there's inevitably disappointments and people feel they've been let down or betrayed and they're full of resentment. I promise you, it is absolutely self-destructive. So that is one very important lesson I've learned in my life. And I encourage everyone to think about what I've just said. It's very important to your health.
How do you find time to relax and what do you do to relax?
Well, it's very hard in politics because you belong to the people. You're their representative and everyone's entitled to have a piece of you, I suppose. But you do have to carve out time for yourself and your family. That's absolutely critical. You cannot neglect yourself and or your family. So I relax almost invariably with Lucy. We hang out together, we go on walks together, sometimes we go kayaking together, but we often exercise together. Sometimes walking, sometimes in a gym. So I spend a lot of time with her when I'm not working, and I think that's how I relax.
That's it.
Good.
Thank you.